I think it was at that intersection or that place after the scandal that erupted over the mass ethnic fingerprinting by the Italian government, but before the scandal that erupted from the mass expulsions of Roma from France. When I was thinking about, well, when did I see Anna Mirga last? Well, I think it was after that point in time when the Czech toddler known as Baby Natalka was firebombed, but before the trials that this gentleman asked about, the trials of the 4 people investigated in connection with scores of attacks and a half-dozen murders, including a 5-year-old child in Hungary. So that's how we're marking time. It's from crisis to crisis to crisis. So there is more to do, and it has to be done faster and better. Now, the last thing I would like to say, and this gets back to the academic agenda, the policy agenda. As I said, it is a great privilege for me to be here, and indeed, I am back at my alma mater. And I would really, really hope that Harvard University would add to the rigor and the enrichment of Romani studies, which is really very much a nascent field. And so I hope this conference marks the beginning of that. There is more to be done, and it has to be done faster and better. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Erica. Well, that's wonderful, because you really halved what I need to say. In planning this conference, we had various goals. We wanted to really try to convene in our own yard, so to speak, people who were interested and knowledgeable on issues relating to the Roma, where we felt there was a huge lacuna, a huge deficit. We also wanted to signal to our supporters more generally that this is an issue which is central to the work that we do at the FXB Center, an issue which is based in Europe, in the richest part of the world, and yet evokes some of the greatest human rights horrors, both chronic and particularly acute, of the past century. So we wanted to do those two things. But also, and I think that's what's been so encouraging about today and what we hope will be the seed that Erica mentioned, we wanted to use our resources to convene people from whom we can learn, because we recognize that we're really quite new to this field. We are learning, and we feel there's an enormous need to develop scholarship, to have more data, as was said, but also to look at the data that exists, as Morten was saying, and to use it, to mine it for the future. So as we think about next steps, or as we thought, after today, we have several ambitions which I think should be realizable. Firstly, we would like to contribute this space that we've all jointly created to seed a serious ongoing center of research excellence, if you like, or research seriousness on issues related to the Roma. Our focus at FXB has been primarily on children, young people, youth, but there is really no reason why this shouldn't be broader, because children become adults and have a stake in the wider society. And I think that the way you put it, Erica, was very compelling. So we really, in a way, undertake to do what we can to build a robust focus for research, action research, as we like to call it, related to the Roma, using our own base as one of the pivots. And we hope that all of you who've joined us from the different institutions will be part of this. Secondly, what we also would like to do is, within the US context, create a sort of network, a more robust network than I think exists at the moment, for people who are interested in Roma issues, who don't have to just be academics by a long means, people who are activists, people who have ideas and thoughts, filmmakers, writers, people working in different communities. We think that there is a remarkable apathy on Roma issues in the US. I mean, to our mind, it's one of the most egregious human rights issues of our time. And yet people here, as one of our colleagues just mentioned, just sort of will still talk about gypsies and be somewhat bemused that this is a topic we're working on. So we think that really needs to change, and we want to be part of the change. So we hope that the work that's gone into today will really be the seed for the next phase of our work. As Magda said, we are working on a research project and you've got a description in your folders, in 3 countries in Europe, and we have ambitions to build that and to grow that. We hope that the work that all of you put into your presentations for today can be amassed so that we have a written record that we can share with people who weren't able to be here. And we very much hope that we can all pool our commitment and our energies to moving forward together. So really, that's all I wanted to say. Please stay in touch with us. We will certainly be in touch with you. And again, please join us in celebrating today as a day for Roma rights to be celebrated. And now come and celebrate upstairs with some food and some wine and some wonderful music. Thank you.